Good afternoon, fellow colleagues and faculty. My name is Aaron Westerfield, and I want to share with you a new innovative app for the Apple Watch, the Student Tracking for Engagement and Evaluation Response, also known as STEER. The STEER app is designed for faculty and students to use in the college classroom for a greater student-centered learning environment. Enter into any college classroom, and there's a good chance that PowerPoint is being used. A study found that 67% of students surveyed had all or most of their instructors use PowerPoint. Furthermore, faculty like to use PowerPoint because it helps their teaching by organizing the content and staying on track. There are negatives to lecture-style teaching, such as the flexibility and a decrease in active learning participation, resulting in low engagement among college students. This can have a negative impact on learning and increase in poor grades. In response, I have developed a tool that will enrich the delivery of the class information through two functions, the engagement dial and the sketch and check. First, the engagement dial works similar to what we see during presidential debates. The student turns the digital crown on the Apple Watch, moving an arrow up and down, measuring that student's comprehension on a scale of 1 to 10. Each student's score gets compiled and sent in real time to the professor's screen, where he or she can track the classroom's overall understanding of the content. This gives the teacher a minute-by-minute update on how the class is responding to the instruction, allowing him or her to tailor the lesson to meet the needs of the students. This data can be used to change lessons for future classes or follow up with individual students who indicated they need additional assistance. The second feature, Sketch and Check, works in a similar fashion as a clicker would. During the lecture, the professor presents a multiple choice question. An example of the assignment is shown. Using the Apple Watch's digital touch technology, the letter gets drawn on the Apple Watch and sent to the instructor's computer. Sketch and Check accomplishes two things simultaneously. First, the professor can gauge students' understanding of the content through their answers, and secondly, students can conduct self-assessments on their progress in class. Learning outcomes can be easily established through these two functions. By the end of the course, students utilizing the STEER app will be able to 1. Self-reflect on their understanding and comprehension of the material presented in class utilizing the engagement dial, and 2. Accurately demonstrate comprehension by participating in multiple choice questions using the Sketch and Check feature. A major challenge to using the Apple Watch, and thus the STEER app, is the ability to make it available for all students to use. The Apple Watch needs to be synced to an iPhone in order to be fully operational. Ensuring all students have access to the Apple Watch would improve the data on the progress of the classroom. Funding and upgrading the technology in the Apple Watch to be a standalone device operational on Wi-Fi would aid in making this tool more inclusive for use in the classroom. The greatest advantage the STEER app provides is an increase in engagement from the students because the delivery of information is guided by the students' feedback in real time. The lecture becomes a student and teacher collaboration that is just as unique as the individual students that make up the class. For those who might be hesitant about using new technology in the classroom, the STEER app seeks to balance teaching and technology into a single tool, giving the professor the ability to engage students deeper, while still allowing them control over the teaching concepts. There are two areas that technology, and more specifically the STEER app, can benefit. First, you will discover that technology assists faculty members by aiding in lesson planning, building credibility with students and colleagues, and allowing for a more creative pedagogy. Secondly, technology is also beneficial to the students by creating a learning experience that is more engaging through active learning, the ability to create self-assessments in class, and relevant feedback from instructors. At NAU, the STEER app would have the capability to work in conjunction with NAU's Grade Performance Status Tool, or GPS. This tool sends weekly email updates to students on the progress of their grade and general feedback. The STEER app would compile all the data specific to that student during the week and email them to each individual student through the GPS network. By combining with NAU's GPS, feedback can occur inside and outside the classroom and can be relevant to where the student is struggling academically. In closing, if you would like a simple-to-use tool that steers your students into greater engagement and develops a deeper understanding of class material that creates an overall positive learning experience, I would like to encourage you to download the STEER app for Apple Watch. You can also follow us on social media for updates and helpful tips. Thank you for your time.